So Google have recently decided to rebrand ad extensions to change the name to simply being referred to as assets. They've changed the name ad extensions to assets. Now, this might seem like an inconsequential change or something we shouldn't really talk about, but I think there's a reason Google has done this. So what we're going to look at today is understanding why I think Google have done this, but in addition to that, what differences you will see within the Google Ads interface as a result of this recent change. Let's take a look. Hey guys, Darren Taylor of the SEMacademy.com, and I'm here to make you an expert in Google Ads. If that sounds of interest to you, you should consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to ring the notification bell as well to get all the updates. And what we're looking at today is understanding why Google have decided to rebrand ad extensions to call them assets. Before we go into why I think they've done this, let's first talk about what you'll actually see in the interface and the differences you will see as an advertiser. Currently, when you build a Google Ads campaign, the part of the setup that contains ad extensions is completely separate to your ad creation. It's a separate campaign setup step. And as a result of the recent change, Google have now rolled ad extensions in with the same step as when you're building an ad. So when you're creating your campaign and your ads as you normally would with your headlines and descriptions for your responsive search ads, the additional part of the setup for site link extensions, for example, or image extensions, and all other ad extensions will take part in this piece of the setup. So in the interface, as you're building these assets into your campaign, you get to see a preview of what they look like as they're being developed, so you can understand what the preview will be once they go live. So not dissimilar to the existing functionality where you could preview ad extensions on the fly as you built them to kind of get a feel for how they look. The only difference is it's included in the ad setup part of the campaign build. In addition to the changes to campaign setup, Google have also added an additional menu to the interface of Google Ads to help you manage these assets. The new Ads and Assets menu will allow you to manage all of your assets in one place, but interestingly enough, there are two options within this interface change. And the first one is that all of your assets will be included on one side of the reporting within this tab where you can see the performance of your assets. And interestingly, they've included headlines into this as well. Headlines and descriptions will now report as assets within your account within this page. However, ad extensions that aren't as widely used as, say, site link extensions will show in a separate page within this ads and assets report called association assets. So these associations will be things like your price extensions, your image extensions, and those will be reported on separately to your core assets of your campaign, so your headlines, descriptions, and the more common kind of ad extensions you'd expect to see. So it's a brand new menu, and Google have rolled all of these parts of your ad and your ad extensions into a separate place within Google Ads, and I think this is done for a very specific reason. I think this is a very key step in Google trying to change the mindset of advertisers of thinking of site link extensions, for example, as separate to your ad, because you think of it as an ad and you're extending your ad with those site links, or you're extending your ad with the image extension. What Google is trying to do in the new world of Performance Max and automation is to say these aren't separate to your ad. All these are assets you're giving Google, and Google will serve the assets based on what's likely to perform best. This is the case with Performance Max campaigns. They've called everything asset groups, so this is the same thing coming to search. And I think it's particularly noticeable because they've actually created a new report which shows which headlines and descriptions work best with what were called ad extensions. So basically what you're reporting on is the combinations of assets and which ones are working best for you and which ones aren't working as well. And as advertisers, it's good to have more information that we can act on, but we all know the direction of travel of Google. They're showing you the benefits of these combinations because in the future, Google's going to automate this. In fact, they are already automating a lot of the content of ads anyway. So this is going to be an additional thing for them to automate. And again, as I say, it's to change the mindset of advertisers. So we think of everything as an asset. We feed those assets to Google. Google goes out and finds customers for us, hopefully, and then we get better results, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below. Let me know in the comments whether you think this is a good move or a bad move from Google, from your perspective, and even from Google's perspective. I'll be interested to discuss that with you in the comments. I reply to pretty much all comments on new videos, so hit me up down below. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the other content across the channel, check out the SEMacademy.com, and I'll see you guys on my next video.